An apple crop is a valuable asset which must be protected by correct and careful packing. The wise orchardist begins his selection of fruit for packing at the actual picking, the pickers keeping in mind quality, colour and maturity. Profits are built on quality, and fruit which does not meet the highest standards should not be allowed to reach the packing bins. Constant care is needed to prevent the wrong type of fruit going to the packing shed, where it may escape the eye of the sorter or packer. If this chain of operations is properly supervised, only high-quality, disease-free fruit will reach the packing bins. Packing is a skilled and important operation which plays a vital part in satisfying the discriminating buyer. Boxes are important. The best of fruit can be ruined during transit if the box is not well made and of the correct inside measurements. Side timbers must be strong enough to prevent bulging, and top and bottom boards must be flush with the top edges of the ends. To provide for the various sizes of apples permitted for export, 3 packs are used: the 3x2, the 2x2, and the 3x3. It's simple to decide which type of pack to use for a certain size apple. This is the method. Place the apples of the size selected in the nearest end of the box, with the stalk end away from the packer and with the cheeks of the apples touching. If it takes 3 but not quite 4 apples to span the box, a 2x2 pack should be used. With a smaller apple, 4 but not quite 5 might be needed to span the box. A 3x2 pack must then be used. If the box will take 5 but not quite 6 apples, use a 3x3 pack. This is the way to wrap apples. Remove a sheet of paper from the holder with one hand while selecting an apple from the bin with the other. Throw the apple as near as possible into the center of the paper with its stalk facing away from the packer. Then grasp the paper with a follow-through movement by the hand which picked up the apple, turning the hand which held the paper until it's on top of the apple. The apple is then placed in the box. Note that the stalk has remained facing away from the packer for correct placement. The wrapping paper is cut in 3 sizes, and the correct size to suit the apple must be used to produce an attractive pack. If the paper is too big, the finished pack will look untidy. And if the paper is not big enough, the apples will not be properly covered. Use 9-inch square paper on apples up to 2.5 inches. Apples from 2.5 inches to 3 inches need paper 10 inches square. And sizes larger than 3 inches should be wrapped in paper either 11 or 12 inches square. This is known as the straight system of packing. Note the position of the stalks again. Avoid packing fruit on the angle. See how the stalk punctures the other apple. And a month later, that stalk puncture has grown to this. Other bad methods are to place the apples with the stalks facing up or down or to one side in a jumble pack. These methods lead to stalk marks and skin chafing. From the packing viewpoint, 4 shapes of apples are recognized. They are the round, the flat, the conical, and the long. Although these apples are of the same diameter, their varying shapes will produce different counts in packing. A round-shaped apple with a 2.5-inch diameter will produce a 3x3 pack with a row count of 5x5 in the standard case. A finished case of these apples will have a total of 180 fruits in 6 layers. Conical-shaped apples of the same diameter, 2.5 inches, should be packed with a 3x2 pack and a row count of 7x7. The finished case of conical apples will have 5 layers with a total of 175 fruit. That's 5 fewer than for the round apples. Long-shaped apples of the same diameter should be packed with a 3x2 pack and a 7x6 row count. The long apples will pack a total of 163 to the case in 5 layers. Flat-shaped apples provide the greatest number of apples to the case. They should have a 3x2 pack with a row count of 8x7. Flat apples with this pack will give a total of 188 fruits to the case in 5 layers. Completion of the packed case is of vital importance. Standard boxes must be packed with a crown in the centre. Slight pressure on the last few layers will produce this. But be careful at this point. Too much pressure will cause bruising. To achieve this crown, the packer should use slightly smaller apples from the same bin for the ends and sides of the box, but they should be only slightly smaller. The finished pack should have a total bulge at top and bottom of 1.5 inches. With careful handling, this fruit will arrive on the market in good condition. Remember then the steps to successful packing. Correct packing with the stalks in line will avoid faults. Angle packing and the jumble pack will lead to stalk punctures and pressure bruises. This is the result of careless selection of paper. If the box is packed with a slight crown, it will leave the lidding machine in perfect order. The value of good packing will be shown when the box is opened up at the market. No matter how carefully the fruit is grown, packing can make or mar reputations and profits. Make sure your packing is good.